is the card that came out first, the Tiger. And what's beautiful is it is the year of the Tiger, 2022. This is the time for you to step into your divine purpose. Pull out the feminine energy from within and shine your light from the third eye, no doubt. All three cards that came out together, I seen the Tiger first, but what came out with it, I don't know if you can see them all. The snake. Now the snake speaks about good karma, dharma. It speaks about laying the foundation and you receiving back some positive energy that you've sown in the past. A lot of the air signs have been going through it for the last few years because when the Cancer and Capricorn eclipse hit at the end of 2018 going into 2019, we had a stellium. So if you were for example, a Gemini, then you had a stellium going on in your second house. Aquarius, I believe, 12th house, and Libra, 8th house. Nonetheless, we've done a lot of shedding the old and stepping into the new. And that's kind of what the bear energy is. It's being awakened after a hibernation and stepping in to, again, our new timeline. Many of us had to go in like the hermit energy and repair ourselves, heal ourselves from something that we went through. But when you tap into your divine feminine energy and use that light from within, that is going to be the time that you receive all this good fortune that is destined for you. The bottom of the deck was Dragonfly, which represents air energy. It is your unique voice being spoken. Maybe through some creative talent, whether you are a singer, a writer, a painter. I mean, Geminis have a lot of creative juices flowing through you. Use that work, use that talent to build your new foundation. The beaver, of course, is a hard worker, a skilled worker. Beaver also talks about family and stability. Again, the word foundation came about. The Falcon card that you got is all about being the observer and not allowing your emotions to take you off your throne. Being the observer allows you to look at a situation from all sides, all angles, to ascend to your higher self like the bird, the falcon. The falcon flies above and looks down on its prey from above, and then takes a deep dive to usually surprise it. Falcons are one of the birds that can fly the highest. So again, this energy makes me feel ascension, makes me feel like, again, awakening after a deep slumber, finding who you really are, finding your true north. I'm actually going to read the Tiger card from the book. I do like to read from the book to get the creator's input. I know, again, the Tiger represents lunar energy and divine feminine energy. It says, lunar force, ease in darkness, feminine energy. The tiger hunts at night, at one with the silence, fearing nothing. This card reminds us to take in the wild darkness, to allow the lunar forces to soothe and heal our spirits. Sensuality, receptivity, and devotion are all heightened in the midnight hour, and the tiger takes advantage of these boons. Spend some time in silence this evening, drinking in the potent calm. There is nothing to fear in the stillness except the awakening of our own power. Ashe. And that's again what I feel when I feel the bear energy, and I should pull that up too. It says, when you're in balance, the tiger energy is passionate, strong, sensual. When you're out of balance, you're overstimulated. And Geminis, you know we can overthink some stuff. So it's time to come out of your mind. To bring into balance, it says candle gazing. Candle gazing stimulates your third eye. And you can clearly see this tiger has the moon on its eye. So it's again about going within and tapping into the inner resources that God gave you. You literally, and we always hear it, have everything you need to fulfill your dreams. It's easy to say, But once you know it, you're like the bear force. Let's see what the card says for bear. Maybe I should read all of these because Spirit is calling me to go into this book. We passed the spider energy as well. And the snake. You did get the snake, so let's see. Now see, as I said, awakening from a deep slumber. It says, waking from your spiritual slumber, beginning anew. After a long winter, the bear arises from a deep slumber. At first, the movement and effort are difficult, but the bear knows it's time to awaken and move toward the dawning of light. The bear card represents an individual on the cusp of new directions and personal transformation. The initial weeks and months of this spiritual quest may feel tricky, cumbersome, and full of obstacles, but you have no choice. Winter wanes and the warmth of spring emerges and your transformation begins. So when you're in balance, inner strength and you're yearning to grow. When out of balance, withdrawal and heaviness. To bring into balance, try movement and exercise. Get those juices flowing again. The snake, again, I know is all about, mommy's making a video, baby. Go play in your room and be quiet, please. The snake is, again, it says, the guardian of unawakened magic and creative potential. Ashe, I love when all the cards synchronize like that. Because, again, it's all about you stepping outside of your comfort zone. Understanding that there is nothing to fear. I've never even gone live before, but I'm doing it now, forcing myself out of my comfort zone because Spirit said it's time. And nothing else is going to hold me back. The guardian. This is a symbol of our highest potential. It is said that the Shakti, our creative life force, lies dormant at the base of our spine in the form of a coiled snake. Regardless of whether this image rings true for you, it's well worth considering the amount of unawakened or untapped potential within you. What would life look like if you woke it up? How can you stir it from slumber? An experienced yoga or meditation teacher can lead the way. Make haste. The snake card appears when there is no more time to waste. When in balance, you're prosperous, creative, charismatic. When out of balance, starts and stops many things. Gemini, now to bring into balance, Kundalini yoga and meditation. Ashe. When we speak about the creative forces that come from the spine, we're speaking of the chakra energies that you have within you. Balancing those. The root, of course, represents our stability, our foundation. The sacral chakra is our sexuality, our sensuality. That is literally where the creative juices flow from. That is the start. I mean, you figure that's where life comes from. So Spirit is asking us all to step out of our comfort zone and use the gifts that we've all been given to uplift the collective, to help awaken the collective from the mass slumber that we've been in. We are stepping into the age of Aquarius and things are changing. Divine feminine energy is being re-risen. I mean, we've all been living in this patriarch world. I always say the 48 laws of power is a great example of how our collective society is driven. It's time to now go back to the 42 laws of Ma'at, where it's all about balance and ascension, becoming our best selves and growing, working towards our future in a healthy manner. Family is at the forefront. Finding our soul tribe. I mean, family can look different in many households. Being the observer. Learning how to be detached but attached. Attached healthily, meaning that we are able to open up and be vulnerable, but we're also not codependent and dependent on someone else's actions or something from something outside of ourselves to make us happy or balance us. When we are in control of our own emotions, we no longer or taken off of our throne unless we do so. The 3 cards that I got out of this, the last animal deck that I had, we have the rabbit card. This speaks of opportunity, new things coming in, same thing as the snake. So all of these cards are aligning. What I'm getting from the energy is that we've been through a rough patch, especially with the pandemic and everything. The last few years have been hard. But we are now stepping into a new cycle. The rabbit card represents cycles, new beginnings, opportunities, like the bear card. It says you are being guided to clean out your mental closet, release emotional baggage, find your inner child, and design your life your way. Open your eyes, mind, and heart to the opportunities around you and stay in one spot long enough to appreciate the moment. Now, I know Geminis, we can be a little scattered. We can overthink things. Our mind can play tricks on us because we're air signs. We do like to think. The overstimulated, again, the tiger card says when we're not in balance, we can be overstimulated. Our senses, if too much is going on, it's hard for us to focus our energy on the one thing that we want to create. So sit down, be still. Like I said, we just came out of the Leo new moon. This is the perfect time to set your intentions, write down a list of what you want, where you want to see yourself 5-10 years from now. This is a perfect time to create a vision board, visualize, again, using the third eye. It's like Albert Einstein said, imagination will take you everywhere. The spirit says the mind, though, can only take you but so far. So you do need to tap into the real source of energy, which is your heart. You align with your heart with the mind, then you become unstoppable. Now you got the bear card, and I'm just noticing you also got the polar bear card, okay? It says brave, resourceful, enduring. You are being guided to ignite your spark for life and triumphantly move forward towards your heart's desire. You possess the emotional and physical strength to navigate any landscape with grace and conviction. Ashe. And the last card was elk. Stamina, awareness, and tenacity. You are being guided to keep your eyes, mind, and heart on your desires. Marshal your power to follow through and break free from discomfort. Expand and stretch yourself in ways you never thought possible. You are a teacher and a student of life. Ashe. Aren't we all? I mean, we are students, of course, always. We're also teachers at some point in our life. We can learn something from anyone, and, if we open our hearts and minds, then we can also be able to teach someone else what we've learned once we've learned it. I don't think I read the dragonfly, so I'm going to read that last to close this out, especially on the air energy for us Gemini. Dragonfly, I already know, is about, again, the same thing. Stepping into your power, knowing who you are, and using your voice for the greater good of the collective. It says, master of light, illusion, and the mind. The dragonfly is an ancient and ethereal creature that awakens a sense of wonder and awe. The dragonfly is a symbol of the mind, as it is always moving, shifting, and shimmering and changing. When the dragonfly card appears, it's worth considering the quality of your mind and perception. Are they restless or still? Dreamlike or crystal clear? The situation at hand may be different than it appears at first glance. The dragonfly reminds us to calm the mind so the light of wisdom can shine through. Ashe! I love it. Because again, right back to the tiger. Let the light shine through that third eye. It says, when you're in balance, you see things clearly, joyful, magical. When out of balance, can't concentrate. You got a busy mind. To bring into balance, focus on your breath. So a lot of us would benefit from breath work. Look up some meditations online. I love Joe Dispenza. So you can look up some Joe Dispenza videos on how to rewire your brain. How to rewire your brain and sit in stillness, meditation, breathing deep, grounding, going out and walking on the earth. Those are things that'll help you realign back to your center so that you could take advantage of all the good things that are coming in, Gemini. The world awaits. Every time I pull for myself in the mornings, I get a lot of sun card, the star. There is something great coming in for us. This is the time to act. Awaken the power that lies within you and manifest your dreams. All you gotta do is step outside of your comfort zone. Like they say, everything you want is on the other side of fear. So what you gonna do, Gemini? Enjoy.